In the aftermath of this winter's flood, thousands of Missourians are left to rebuild their homes and lives. Estimates are more than 7,000 buildings were damaged in the affected area. In response, the state of Missouri set up multi-agency resource centers, or M.A.R.Cs, providing housing assistance, food, cleanup kits, and tetanus shots. They also offered advice on how to rebuild. Pat Snodgrass, housing specialist with the University of Missouri Extension, recommends proceeding with patience and caution.
Time is on their side. They need lots of time. The first thing they need to do when they go back into a flooded home is certainly to protect themselves. They should never enter a home where there is standing water and expect to turn electricity back on. They need to have an electrician do that themselves.
Do not enter a building if it does not look structurally sound. Be sure you're up to date on your tetanus shot. Protect your hands and feet by wearing sturdy boots and nitrile gloves when handling flood-contaminated materials. Wash your hands and face frequently and use hand sanitizer. If mold growth covers more than 10 square feet, the Environmental Protection Agency recommends hiring a professional to remove it. Scrub mold from surfaces with a stiff wire brush. Discard moldy textiles. It's virtually impossible to remove mold from porous materials. Steam cleaning carpets and upholstery can actually worsen a mold problem by adding moisture to the material. Clean the area with a mild detergent. After a thorough drying, disinfect the surfaces using a solution of 1 cup bleach to 1 gallon of water. When working in flood-damaged buildings, always wear proper safety equipment, including an N95 respirator. Mold can start to grow within 48 hours after a flood. N95 masks filter most mold spores, are inexpensive, and available at hardware stores.
The mold spores can cause and lead to allergies and asthma. Certainly it's a concern for anyone that has any kind of breathing difficulty. The effects can be lingering and lifelong.
If there's mold on one side of a wall, then it's likely on the other side as well.
If they can't see it, they don't think it's there, but it is there, and that's the danger of it, of it being there and breathing it later on.
Remove damaged drywall and use a moisture meter to ensure moisture levels in wall and floorboards do not exceed 15% to prevent costly mold from returning.
If you're a homeowner going back into a flooded situation, make sure that you take the time you need to allow that home to dry out.
From the University of Missouri, I'm John Lamb.